Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? We rewrite the rules. The countdown has begun. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And let there be silence.
Are you okay?
I said silence. What did I
The
say?
look on his face. I'm like,
Silence!
are you okay? What? Silence?
I said silence. Yeah. Silence. Silence, my children.
Okay.
It's going to be one of them, y'all. It is Friday. It's also, it's the 250th now. The 250th celebration has begun. 250 years ago, a number of great men culminated an extended period of time that they'd been working, writing, and no doubt rewriting a document that would send them into history or to the king's galley. You just never knew in those days where you were going to end up.
Join hand in hand, brave Americans all, and rouse your bold hearts as their liberties call. No tyrannous act shall suppress your just claim, nor stain with dishonor America's name.
These American words were written by John Dickinson and published in 1768. Dickinson was one of the leaders of the American Revolution, a famous lawyer and governor of Delaware and Pennsylvania. The title of the song, simply, The Liberty Song. The Continental Congress, they were challenged with preparing a plan that would stand the test of time, a document that would set them free from England's rule, they hoped. The Declaration of Independence and the birth of a new nation. America, after her colonies, agreed to come together as one nation to support each other against internal strife and the enemies of the time, propelling the rebellious colonials into the times of the distant future that they could not even conceive. Well, maybe they could. Maybe they could figure out what was going on in the future better than we can today. We pause this weekend to celebrate the birth of this country and hopefully to pause for a moment or two and thank those with the foresight to get us started on the right foot. Good morning. I'm Rayford Brown.
And good morning. I'm Lee Barrows, and I'm so happy it's Friday, and happy 4th, everyone.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's my Saturday. I'm the donkey man in the house this morning. Yeehaw.
Timmy be in the house.
In the house.
Holding down the
Good morning, Lee.
That corner. And
Lee.
everything is good out there. Yeah, Lee out there, and he's up in the hills.
Is it?
Is he?
By golly, West Virginia.
West by God, Virginia. He's up there hanging out where it's cool.
Well, please close the gate when you leave.
What?
Why?
When you get by Beaver, West Virginia, please close the
Oh,
gate.
my gosh.
Okay. This is live on Local Real Talk. We're here today because of those brave souls 250 years ago, and to all of the brave men and women who have fought, killed, and died to make sure that no one, man nor beast, will ever tread on our values. We've had our ups and downs like most any relationship, whether personal or professional. We've persevered and we will continue to survive. Let there be no mistake. In modern terminology, for most of the folks in this neck of the woods, I trust that is Lima Charlie. Very loud, very clear. Don't mess with us. You're not going to leave happy, but you are going to leave. So, we've been tested a few times. We've tested ourselves a bunch, and so far we're still here. 250 years ago. Now, folks, we're going to talk a lot about celebrations and other stuff. Lee's got a whole list of things that are going to be happening over the weekend, some good stuff, and then some other stuff too, fun stuff, lots of fun. But well, I'm going to have some, unfortunately, I'm the naysayer. It's all good, but we want you to be safe. And sometimes the only way I can
Absolutely.
get to your freaking attention, get through your heads, is to tell you how bad it can be. So we'll just have to do that, not to scare you to death, but to scare you, to keep you from going to death. So, everybody ready? You all
Ready to rock and roll.
You got your donkeys all painted up, red, white, and blue.
Yeah, they're standing out there in the Johnson grass eating just hard as they can get.
Johnson grass named for,
Yes, aggravating grass that you don't want.
but was it named for?
I don't know why it was named Johnson grass, but it is aggravating.
I was just thinking maybe Mr. Johnson from
Mr.
down in Texas. You know, the president.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I don't know. I never looked that up. I'm gonna have to.
Okay.
Why was it
just
named
curious
Johnson
now.
grass?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard of that too. It's a good time, and there's a lot of stuff that's happening. Today is a holiday for so many people, not us. But we had a lot of our friends there in the ham radio world out there. They got up early just to check in this morning, and one or two went right straight back to bed, of course. But they got up. They got up to just say, "Hey, here's what the temperature is and what's going on in my neck of the woods," and so that's cool. We do appreciate that. We hope you all are listening. If you are, call a friend, call a relative, call somebody you don't like, and tell them they need to tune in because we're likely going to be talking about them.
Yeah.
Today, we have the Epstein list
What?
of everybody out there on it. You may want to be checking this out to be sure your name is not there, and if it is, so you can get your bags packed because you're going to need to be running. You think they'll be listening now?
Gonna be running. Okay.
Run.
Run.
Yeah, I would imagine that there are some of those folks on the Epstein list that are out there at parties and social events and things. Say, hey, you know what? My name's on that list. I've been to that island. I've been there. It was nice. What I can remember of it, but I can just hear them now. Some people, it's bragging rights. But I got a feeling it's a whole lot like Woodstock. If you say you remember being there, you weren't there.
Yeah.
So, back in the day. So, you guys got big plans this weekend? I know she's going to be working. She got this other gig on the side.
I got my side gig. I'm
Her side
have a
gig.
booth.
She gets out there, a booth. She's got a kissing booth this weekend.
No.
So,
How much money we get? How much money we charging?
Bring lots.
Lots?
Lots of money.
How much is
Lord,
lots?
I have my other gig, as Rayford says, I've set up a booth, and we'll be having a lot of some elected officials and some running for positions here in the county,
Some running from them.
and further county, state, federal. And we're setting up a booth, and we will be doing voter registrations. If you need to register to vote or you need to change your registration, I can look it up and tell you what you need to change if you do. And we'll also be passing out voter guides. And it's
Now-
going to be hot, and I'm bringing a kiddie blow-up pool with me.
Oh boy!
I may be in the pool.
Is it
It's
going to be
gonna be
filled with
hot.
Jello?
No, that's too sticky when it's hot, Rayford. No, but we're
Sounds like
And
she's
the
talking
reason
from
she knows
experience.
why?
Yeah.
I'm just
Wow.
I'm not even doing this.
It's too late now.
It's too
Yeah,
late.
you're already in it.
Door.
You're in it to win it
Anyway.
now, Shug.
The 4th of July festivities at Onslow Pines Park,
Right
which
here in
is on
Jacksonville.
Onslow Pines Park, right here in Jacksonville. The gates open at 3:00 and it goes till 9ish when the fireworks start.
Gates
So-
will open again the next morning to let people out.
And there's lots of food trucks, there's lots of vendors, there's entertainment.
Any lobster rolls?
So I don't know, but if I do see any, I will give you a call.
Oh,
And if
then
you
I'd
want,
have to fight the crowd.
you'll have to fight the crowd. I was just trying to look up all this stuff going on this weekend. I know Swansboro is having their fireworks
Yes.
display tonight. Camp Lejeune is having theirs tomorrow night, and they put out a statement on that. All gates will be open, and
That means I can go through?
yes, you can go through. But
Anybody?
you better have
Incidentals?
your ID. You better have some
What?
type of identification.
Well, I mean, like military?
No, I mean like a
Just-
driver's license.
You can get on the base with a driver's license?
I'm going to go back and check. I think it has to be a real ID, but let me check. Let me
I
check.
don't know that one is.
Can I tour the whole base?
Uh,
I mean, there's a lot of places I haven't seen in years
do
and
you
years
think
and years.
you want to do that, Rafe?
Yeah, I do.
Anyway,
I've seen lots of fireworks. I can.
I got a D-Biz card I can get on.
A what?
D-Biz card. Work card.
Let me see. I'll find it here in just a second and let you know. But and there's some other towns nearby that are having fireworks. Different
Surf
days.
City, North Topsail, South Topsail, those areas used to have them. I don't know
Yeah.
whether they still do or not. Holly Ridge, didn't Holly Ridge have a fireworks display at one time?
Not 4th of July. Remember, they do their thing in like September. They do something else at a different date. All right. Let me find it.
Okay. Autumn time, maybe that's what it is. There is an autumn festival in that area.
All right, here we go. All right.
So what's the
The event
What's the
on
schedule?
base. Okay, let me get full details so we won't leave out anything here. I know they're opening the base. Okay, okay. They have updated guest access procedures. The event is now open to Department of War affiliated personnel and their escorted guests. DOW ID card holders who are U.S. citizens age 18 or older may escort their guests into the installation without prior registration. Okay, escorted guests access at a glance. U.S. citizens 18 years or older with a DOW common access card, dependent ID, or retiree ID card may escort up to 5 guests. That's
So
something.
we still can't get aboard the base.
Friends of the Lejeune DBID's personnel may escort their spouse only. Escorts and guests must travel in the same vehicle. Guests must enter through the Wilson, Holcomb, Camp Johnson, or Sneeze Ferry gates in the same vehicle as their escort. Guests 18 and over must present current and valid picture identification to enter the base. Children 17 or under are not required to present an ID if they have to be with an adult escort, of course. Vehicles will be denied entry to the installation if all adult occupants do not provide valid identification. Phew.
So I still can't get aboard the base unless I'm going to have an escort.
An acceptable form of ID consists of a real ID compliant driver's license or an ID card, driver's license or identification card that is not a real ID compliant. So your regular driver's license. That's the question that you asked.
No.
No.
If I just want to drive on the base.
You just why don't you just do that?
No, I'm
Nathan?
just asking you. Yeah. So
You
it
can't.
is still closed to the civilians in town if we want to go out there unless
Right.
we've got an escort.
Right.
Okay, so
Right.
no, it's
Yes.
not open.
So that's that.
No visitors passes, in other words.
No visitors
Gotcha.
passes. And everyone, the city offices and the county offices are closed today.
Yeah.
Administrative offices, the sheriff's office, Jacksonville Public Safety, all your fire departments, they're still working. All your 911 operators, they're
And
still
don't make them
working.
mad because they're having to
Don't-
work today.
And don't be calling because your neighbor's shooting off fireworks. That is not an emergency.
No, we'll talk about that here in a little
Yes. Yes.
bit. There is no ID required to go to the fireworks display at Swansboro, at Onslow Ponce Park, or any other place in the region except Camp Lejeune.
All right.
Okay.
Let me get these other events. Ooh.
But do not take your pets to the fireworks displays,
No,
please.
it's too hot for one thing.
It's too hot, and they get hyper. And if you lock them in the car, then you're going to be committing a crime.
Yep.
So no, just don't do that. I'll never forget the people that would bring their to downtown Wilmington, bring their pets out there for those big old fireworks going off there, and boom, 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 boom.
Crazy.
Now, if you're in the county or the city or wherever, and you want to start shooting off your fireworks, okay. Now, the sheriff's office put out cute little information telling you that don't start calling 911 every time you hear fireworks going off. Okay, don't do that because it's going to be happening, and there are not enough police officers in Onslow County and surrounding counties to answer all of those calls. And every time you make a call about somebody firing, and yes, they might be irritating you, but what do you expect the law to do? Arrest them and take them away? That takes them off the streets in case there are other criminal activity going on, or people need their help, or whatever. It takes a cop off the streets at least 1 hour to make an arrest and put somebody in jail. And that's for a minor offense. Okay, got that? You understand that part? That should be very clear to you.
The day when you used to set off a firework in the street and run and hide from the cops, that's not
No.
it's not the way it works
Now,
anymore.
let me give you guys who think this is a
We don't
free
do it.
pass one thing. If you keep setting them off and a bunch of people start calling 911 anyway, yes, there's going to be a police officer coming to your house. And at that point in time, you have already committed an offense. So he has the right, or she, to do a lot when they get there. And the chances of them getting there and putting up with a bunch of drunkenness is not going to be pretty. Trailways buses might be running to the jail. They might take anybody and everybody straight away.
And here's a little suggestion. If you're going to be
Don't
away
make
from
them
home
mad. Don't make them
on
mad.
July 4th, leave a radio or some kind of music playing or something for your dogs,
Yes.
your animals, to distract from the noises outside.
From your neighbors and the other people in the neighborhood who
Yes.
want just to set off fireworks
Right.
just because.
I usually leave the TV on.
Just don't call 911. Now, if your neighborhood, if your neighbor goes running through the streets and he's holding his hand and his fingers are laying on the floor below, you can call
It's going to
911.
be Charlie. It's Charlie.
Because you need to call 911 under those conditions. For true emergencies, do not hesitate to call 911. If their house is on fire because fireworks have fallen on the roof, yeah, call 911. But don't just call them for you hear some firecrackers going off somewhere. Okay?
Mhm.
Happy almost 4th of July. Happy Independence Day, Charlie.
You sound exhausted when you say my name.
Might be his.
Okay.
Okay.
I just posted something in your chat room. You guys know who Adam Kissinger is? He's a political person. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I know who
Henry.
Henry Kissinger was, but
No, Kissinger. Kinzinger. Kissinger.
no, I don't
He
know.
was basically he was in the Illinois district. He was a congressperson, but Trump basically he put him on hold. He was dejected. Now he hates Trump with a passion. He used to be a former Republican, so it's interesting. I put something in your chat room.
I saw it. I thought maybe the keys got stuck.
Yeah. So these young girls, these teen girls, are practicing for the 250th celebration of America, and they're on stage, and sadly, something fell behind them. A large piece of whatever it is, and it could have killed one of them. Go to his post. He laughed. He goes, ha 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 ha. Why would any elected representative, want to goof on anything that would happen to a child? You got to look at my post that I put on there.
Okay.
I
This
saw it.
piece of structure, this piece of structure fell behind these girls. They're probably teenage girls. They're probably like 14, 15 years old. They're practicing to celebrate the 250th anniversary of the United States of America. Because he hates Trump so much, he posted, ha 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 ha. Trump's an idiot.
What's that got to do with Trump?
Well, that's why he put it there. Because he's basically saying Trump's an idiot. He posted that. This guy's a monster. No, research what I put. This guy's a monster.
He's in need of assistance, I think.
I'll look him up because I have absolutely no clue about anything that you're talking about him, but I'll look it up.
Okay, yeah. Look up. No, this guy was elected. His name was Adam Kissinger. Great guy. At one point, he served in the United States Army in the service. By the way, just because you served in the service, that doesn't make you a brilliant human being. Okay? Can we just establish that? There's a lot of wonderful people that
Just
serve
because you were
States.
born doesn't make you a brilliant human being.
Right. But you guys got to watch this. He basically goofed on these little girls that were practicing on the stage because of the July 4th celebration. And he basically says, "Hey, Trump, you're an idiot. You can't even put together a proper platform. This is a monster. This guy is truly a disturbing human being."
Just sounds like a doofus to me.
Huh?
Just sounds like a doofus clodhopper to me.
I just think you don't make these are little girls
No,
on
you
the
don't.
stage.
You don't make fun of that at all. That's just a stupid act
Absolutely no. But you got
by an irrelevant human being.
Raybert, something happened backstage where something fell to the ground. It could have killed one of these little girls. He's laughing. He's basically saying Trump's an idiot. He doesn't know how to put a stage performance together. You guys got to watch what I put together. It's sad.
When I describe somebody as irrelevant, they mean nothing to me, and they should not to society. They're irrelevant. They are irrelevant. I don't pay them any attention. But I see where you're coming from. He is irrelevant and he's an idiot.
It's just bizarre. These little girls, like teenage kids.
Yeah. Okay.
They could have been hurt, and he's laughing. He's basically saying, it's very bizarre to me.
Charlie,
Anyway,
I charge you for this weekend to go out and find something very positive to sink your teeth into and have a great time.
Hold on, what did you charge me to? What's your name?
I charge you with going out this weekend and finding something to do that would be very rewarding to you and have a great weekend and ignore the irrelevant people around you.
You know what? I'm going to take what you said. Okay, great. Thank you. Have a good day.
All right,
Thank
you too. Bye. Okay, boys and girls and grandpas too. Bermuda high pressure has moved in and will remain through early next week for boaters and fishermen. You'll have light winds and great boating conditions. Just don't get reckless and stupid or irrelevant. Today, up to 16 nautical miles, northerly winds around 5 knots, becoming easterly this afternoon, seas 3 to 4 feet. Saturday, southwesterly winds 5 to 10 knots, seas 2 to 3. Sunday, southwesterly winds 5 to 10, increasing to 10 to 15 in the afternoon, seas still 2 to 3. Monday, we're looking good, folks. I mean, I can't think of a better lengthy weekend than this one. Monday, southwesterly winds 10 to 15, seas around 3 feet. A chance of showers and thunderstorms before the weekend, during the weekend, and the day after the weekend. It's going to be really neat. You did not hear me say the word cool, because it's not going to be.
No.
I'm like, where are you going?
Try to keep
Okay.
up.
Today, sunny with a high near 96. Heat index values as high as 104. Calm wind becoming south 5 to 9 miles per hour later in the afternoon, and winds could gust as high as 16 miles per hour. Tonight, clear with a low around 72. Tomorrow, 4th of July, Independence Day, sunny and hot with a high near 99. Heat index values as high as 106. Sunday is sunny with a high near 96. And Monday, we're looking at a sunny day with a high near 96 also. And then midweek, there is a possibility that we will have some rain.
I hope
midweek.
that all these fireworks going up into the sky will bust through some clouds and bring some water down.
Well, you know what worries
We need
me?
it.
is conditions are so dry.
I would like everybody out there today to go out and please wash your car. Wash your car and leave your windows down. That's a surefire sign it's going to rain, right?
Mm-hmm.
We could call in the rain. That's the best rainmaker dance you can do. Wash your car. Put the clothes on the line if you got a clothesline outside. And then leave your windows down in the car. And go inside and take a nap.
Yeah.
How's that?
Well, so far I have Surf City at their Surfside Trello Beach Resort Park.
What?
Surf City, July 3rd for fireworks. Swansboro's July 3rd also, and that's at the park downtown. Emerald is the 5th of July at Bogue Inlet Pier. North Topsail does not have fireworks. And, of course, here in Onslow County and on base is July 4th.
Okay.
So,
Best and worst holidays you've ever had. Since this is also in addition to a great event, and we celebrate it as a holiday because we celebrate this day. It's from 1776. It's a lot of cool stuff out there.
yes.
The 4th, of course, is hot weather and everyone is carefree and the beaches are filled with more naked than not people, many who shouldn't be. Nighttime can be fun where there are legal fireworks displays and professionals in charge, and so as to reduce the mayhem that will happen and to people's hands. The emergency departments will be open and probably extra staff on board. I know all the emergency responders are out there. They're waiting just in case. They just know it's going to happen. They just don't know when. How do you like going into a weekend like this and you get started and you just know bloody well you're a first responder, you're a cop, you're an EMS worker, you ER, you're working over there at the ED, and you just know.
I bet they're all like,
the fire department knows. They know they're going to get calls, either wrecks, fires, fireworks injuries, boating, wildlife. I forgot those guys. They're out there in force because they have to investigate boating wrecks.
right.
They're not accidents. Boating wrecks. So, what's your best and worst holiday that you've ever had? What can you remember any really great ones that stand out? How about a really bad one? By situation, oh golly, the donkey man is grinning like one of his jackasses. He's got something up there in his mind. I am sure that he can remember either the best of or the worst of.
Yeah. Yeah. Worst one was Thanksgiving 1996.
Oh,
St. Paul, Minnesota. Snow coming down like crazy. And I'm stranded at a truck stop.
at a truck stop. This could be scary.
Yeah. We were snowed in. I mean, I was there for, the whole weekend. And I said, good Lord, if you ever get me out of here, I ain't coming back. And I didn't. We got a bunch of us got snowed in at a truck stop, and we couldn't go in. I was trying to get back to Nashville, Tennessee is what I was trying to get back to.
Did they have enough food?
Yeah, they did.
Okay.
I didn't care about turkey anyway, but we had steak and stuff, whatever you could afford. But, yeah, and we would go out there, and we ran out of. We did run out of diesel gel. What we called it diesel gel because it was so cold. The diesel would gel up. So you put anti-gel, and you go out there in the freezing, and you're pouring that stuff in your diesel tank. Trying to keep it from gelling up.
The diesel fuel
would gel up.
When it gets cold?
If it gets cold, yes. And you've got a problem. Yep, it will gel up.
They
put, in fact, in the wintertime up north, they put what is called fuel conditioner in it to keep it from gelling up. But it will still, if you were down south and you filled up, I'll give you, when I used to team drive, we would go down to, say, Jacksonville, Florida, pick up a load to go to Chicago, Illinois in the wintertime. You would put diesel fuel, you would get some diesel fuel, but you would wait until you got about midway to fill up because you had more fuel conditioner in it and it kept it from gelling up. Well, down south in Florida, they didn't have that fuel conditioner in it because it's not going to freeze up down there. So you had to monitor where you got your fuel to keep it from gelling up in the winter. Because I've been up there in Chicago. Well, I was in St. Paul too, but I was up there in Chicago, and that lake effect snow coming down, and it's big as your hat, and it's 20 below, and you're trying to get out of there, and you're trying to thaw the brakes out on the trailer they just gave you to do, and you would keep anti-gel bottles in your truck just to pour extra in there to keep it from gelling up. Oh yeah.
Never heard such a
I
thing.
haven't either.
Oh yeah, it's there.
You were around this neck of the woods. You have any really great holidays, especially around the 4th of July, or anything that comes to mind that was really bad?
I can't think of anything that was really bad. I remember many years ago on Thanksgiving, I got up to cook dinner, and I managed to get the turkey in the oven before I got really sick. And I think it was a kidney stone, the one and only time in my life that I have had a kidney stone. And got the turkey cooked, but that was about it. But I mean, and it wasn't a bad Thanksgiving. It just didn't turn out as well as I expected. The one thing I miss about the 4th of July, though, is going with my dad on base to the festivities there, because he always got the VIP passes. And we would sit in a certain area under tents and canopies, and they cooked for you. And you got to see so many leaders in the community and talk to so many people. And the entertainment was right there too. And I miss those 4th of July.
About the entertainment. They used to have a lot of entertainment. Some fairly decent entertainers coming.
It's like I told you also, the year that the base received the part of the tower, or from 9/11, and they got a piece of the tower, metal or whatever. And that year they had a lot of the firefighters and police officers, first responders, come to the base for 4th of July, and we sat with them. So I got to meet a lot of the heroes there. And I think that was probably the nicest 4th of July. As far as any favorite holiday, no, I've enjoyed every holiday.
How about you folks out there? 910-333-0139. If you're listening, I know a lot of you are still in bed. A lot of you should be waking up so you can get ready to get some stuff done. Get up, get your stuff done while it's cool outside. Cool as in 72 degrees. That's not too bad.
No,
Not too bad at all.
It's nice right now. I tell you, when I left here yesterday and did some errands, got home, I worked 1 hour in the yard, and it was before noon. I came in, I was soaked.
Yep.
And I was like, done for the day.
Yeah, I loaded up a bunch of this wood that we had out here left over from this walkway, the long path around there, and got it situated so my wife could continue getting ready for her big event next week.
Yes.
Checking around the area this morning. When I got down here this morning, we had hams already talking. They were having a good old time.
5:30.
They were before then because
I had the radio on. I was sitting there.
Well, I know. I came in at 5:30,
Yeah.
but they were.
They had just started. Yeah.
Oh, had they? Okay.
Yeah, they just started.
Carol was getting going good there. She and Ward. Carol out there in Riverbend. She and Dale this morning today at 69 degrees at 5:30 this morning. 98% humidity, 30.0 inches of mercury. Winds are southwest, she said, mostly calm, very light breeze. Nobody had anything in the rain gauge. If they did, it was spit, and it came out of a bird. Ward up in Cedar Point, 75 degrees, 90% humidity, 30.15 inches of mercury. 2 to 4 miles per hour winds out of the southwest. There at Cedar Point. Partner in crime here over in the Woodlands. It was 73 degrees, 92% humidity, 30.08 inches of mercury. And of course, it was calm there as well. Joe in the borough. Now, Joe normally gets up. He does the report for Swansboro. And by the time he's at 5:30, he's already over in Emerald Isle.
Right.
He's already won and done. He's over there, not this morning. He checked in. He went, turned around. I'm going back to bed. That's the only report you get from me this morning. So, anyway, Joe from the borough had 70 degrees, 98% humidity, 30.07 inches of mercury. And he said it was mostly calm, not much going on there. Richard up in Maysville, 69 degrees, 96% humidity, 30.09 inches of mercury. Visibility, he said 7.5 miles. He's one of those aeronautical guys. He likes to look at the sky and see how far he can see. Reports is 7.5 miles this morning. Northeasterly breeze at 1. Ken in Oslo Bay, 70 degrees, 86% humidity. He said it's almost totally clear. There was some scattered stuff way up high, and it was no wind. Randy in Southwest, he got on his little golf cart this morning, and he's riding around. 66 degrees. He's got a cool spot in the area. 99% humidity, 30.08 inches of mercury. Sky's clear, calm, no rain, of course. And here at the studio, at that time, it was 69 degrees. It's now 72, 99% humidity, still there. And barometric pressure is 30.01 inches. Feels like 79 out there already. So it's 72, but feels like 79. My dog didn't even want to stay outside this morning. He's still in here. Oh, he's still parked over here waiting for something. Waiting for a biscuit.
I want to tell you,
Please.
Sunday, I decided it was time to bathe the dogs. And
So how was your bath?
No, I picked up the little one and I said, come on, let's go take a bath. And my older dog just jumped down, took off running down the hallway, ran through the bedroom and jumped in the bathtub.
Really?
I went, huh?
What's that about? Jealousy?
I'm just like, he wanted. And so I set the little one in the bathroom, shut the door. He sat next to the bathtub and waited for the big one to get bathed. And then I put the little one in and I'm like, this is nice. Thank you. But you were talking about dogs.
Don't get used to it. Don't get
I
used
do
to
want to a shout out and a great big happy birthday
happy
to
birthday
our
to
friend
you.
Joy today.
Joy's her birthday?
Well, it's tomorrow actually. We're not going to be here tomorrow, so happy birthday today. She's a 4th of July baby
How
born.
about that?
Yes.
That's
Going to
cool.
Uncle Sam's
Yeah.
nieces.
So happy birthday, Joy, a day early, but happy birthday. We want to make sure that you have a wonderful birthday.
Get your little beanie on.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you got a
Yeah.
4th of July hat somewhere.
I'll
Sure,
wear,
USA.
I'll wear my
USA.
man thong for you tomorrow, Joy. Yes.
Oh boy, Joy. Happy birthday.
Joy, if you
She knows what I'm talking
Joy,
about.
if
She's
you
listening.
call Joy, he will give him
boys
your
and girls.
number. He will send you pictures.
Yeah.
I sure would. Just
Yeah.
for you, Joy.
Yeah, let's
Hopefully.
just do
I let
that.
known of it, but I just
Just want you to know you can even delete them and they're still going to show up. If
Yeah,
somebody
they
ever
will.
gets your phone and wants to do a check on it. So,
Oh,
you can never erase those naked pictures. They're always there somewhere.
They're in your mind, if nothing else.
That's true.
We talk about the 4th of July weekend. We know the beaches are going to be very, 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 very busy.
Yes.
Right now, there's a low to moderate risk of rip currents.
Yeah.
There's always going to be rip currents. It's the ocean. But I'm going to talk about North Topsail Beach's Access 3.
Mm-hmm.
That's where, we had a drowning there not long ago.
Yes.
A young man went out to save a small child. And, just this past weekend, last Friday, the 26th, there was a rescue out there for a woman. She said, they said that she got caught in a rip current and floated like a mile out. But they were able to rescue her. But, and it was just 3 weeks after that, Marcus Page Jr., who's 24 years of age, passed away from out there trying to save a family member. But
Let me help you out with that.
there are signs out there
There are.
that say no swimming. This is a no swim zone because they said that area right there is just an access for boats. You can step out and be in 2 feet of water, take another step, and dip down 12 to 30 feet. That is not a swimming area, and they have signs all over. When you pay to park, there are signs there that says this is not a swim area. So please pay heed to the signs. They're there for a reason.
Now,
Go ahead.
a rip current, a traditional rip current along the beach strand, not at an inlet, is one item. That's one animal. It's a rabbit compared to the rips at the inlet. If a normal rip current, which is right along a beach strand, is a very small, very short-lived current, as the waves have crossed over the bar, there's a bar there, and they cut a hole, basically a very small inlet, and it takes you out a very short distance just beyond that bar, and then it gives out. You can go up north or south, up and down the beach, and you can swim back in, and then you can actually get up to a point you can walk in. At the inlet, if the tide is going out, the current is beyond believable. You can have 3, 4, 5 knot currents. Mark Spitz, for you old fools out there, could swim at about 1.5 miles per hour.
You're
A
fast.
3 knot, 4 knot, 5 knot current barreling out from New River Inlet is going to take you out there. Now, it doesn't stop 50 yards offshore. It goes out there to 1 mile offshore. Now, yeah, you can drag out there if you can hang on that long and keep afloat. You'll be okay. Maybe somebody will come back and rescue you. You will not swim back in through that current. So don't get in the inlet. It's not worth it. You're not going to make it. It's deadly.
You know, the unfortunate thing is, Rayford, we can sit here
All day long
and talk about it all day long.
And
What you should do,
all
what
I
you
can do
shouldn't.
on Monday is say, I told you so.
There's signs all over the place.
And
There's people out there,
I'm going to tell you while you're still alive. I told you so.
and people still do it. They'll still go. That water looks so refreshing, so cool. They're going to step out there and step right into a hole.
I told you so. Who do we have?
I don't know.
Good morning, you're live and local.
Couldn't see. You hit the button so fast. Which is
Good
nice.
morning.
Well, good morning, Joy.
Happy birthday to you, y'all.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, baby.
Oh, boy.
My gosh.
You're a 29-year-old lady.
She's swimming.
She's so sweet and have some class. I love your front and love your happy birthday, baby. And Donald does too.
Gosh.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my
I did that for my sister, and she still has it recorded to this day. And I did it
Well,
years ago.
I think you're recorded now too, aren't you?
Yes. You know I love you.
Thank you very much.
I love you, sweetheart.
I didn't hear what you had said earlier.
I didn't say
I heard
anything.
something about pictures and cameras and naked, and I was like, what did Timmy just say?
Well, you know the story about that. I told him I'd wear my red man thong for you tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay, you remember that?
Yes.
We talked about
What do you remember about it, Joy?
We're not guessing inside jokes.
Hold on now, Joy. It's just you and me right now. What did you? What do you remember about it? Let's talk, Joy. It's just me and you. I've checked them out.
Well, remember, gosh, Timmy, what was it, about 3-4 years ago?
Yeah, that's about right.
That's all I know.
Oh,
It's recorded. It's recorded. It was on your show.
You don't remember what it was?
Yeah, I remember about the song.
Yeah. Okay.
I think of you every time I think of you. I think about that.
I listen to
I
it.
pick
Look,
on you so much.
birthday.
every time you're on there, I think I can think of about the song. But you need to get a American flag for now.
I told you I said, what? I told you to crochet me one out of dental floss. That's all I need.
Yeah.
Or just sit back here and you want a biscuit?
Yeah, no, I already had one.
I think it was something like that.
So make me one out of dental floss. Tell me, because
That's what it was.
Some cards. We can play cards.
Dental floss?
Oh, God.
Anal floss or dental floss?
Okay,
my
I just
gentlemen,
want to tell y'all thank y'all.
you're so welcome, Joy. I hope you have a wonderful day.
I appreciate it, and I wanted to make sure that everyone knew I was not 250 years old.
Yeah.
Um,
All right. You're 28.
close.
Not yet. We got a ways to go.
You're 28 to me.
Yeah.
So you're
But I hope y'all have a happy 4th, and
We hope you do
it
too.
was a very good 4th that year for Mom and Daddy.
Yes, I'm sure
So,
it was.
A lot of fireworks that day.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were on their way to Moorhead.
Oh, what?
They borrowed a car. Do you remember when the horse racing went down there?
Yes, dog racing.
Yeah, dog. That's
They
right,
had
dog.
greyhound racing. Yes, I do remember that.
Okay, they were on their way there. They had borrowed a car that had a hole in the floorboard of the vehicle that Mama was sitting, the side she was sitting on.
Spit you out.
And Daddy was always giving Mama apples. Well, when Mama started having, like, he used to tell the story all the time. But he passed away in 2009. But every birthday he'd tell me the same story about how they were on their way to the races and Mama was in pain, getting ready to birth the baby.
But they were
and
still going to the races.
they were, still headed toward Moorhead. Look, he said, it's just the apple, Bessie. It's just the apple. The baby's not time for the baby yet.
Oh.
Well, yeah. So anyway, Daddy worked all the time, and it just so happened he was off the 4th of July, very excited and all ready to go. And, well, ended up at the hospital, no races, but this baby came, and he was the winner that day anyway.
There you go. There you go.
The bundle of joy.
Yeah, bundle of joy.
Fell through- fell through the
Oh
floor.
my gosh, you guys.
Pardon the
I
fun.
needed joy. No, I mean, it was Joy. That's how she got her name.
Yeah.
She was Joy
Mama,
to
she
the
really can't remember. She doesn't know where she don't know how, she always says, I don't know how we came up with that name. And usually people can remember, but for whatever reason, all through the years, she thinks Daddy named me, but, they don't know where it came from. So, I don't know.
Interesting.
But
Well,
she was 17 and he was 19.
oh,
Childhood
she had just
sweetheart.
turned 17. Yep. Forever. She had to marry him to get rid of him. He wouldn't leave her alone. So anyways, y'all have a happy 4th and thank you. I
You too,
appreciate what
Joy.
you do.
have a great birthday weekend.
That's right.
She
Have
said
a great birthday weekend.
Too. Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Thank
throwing
you.
a heck of a party for you, okay?
That's right. We're
I'll
gonna
buy you something pretty.
party for you.
Yeah, okay. Sounds like a winner. Can we get working on the crocheting?
Well, no, you were going to crochet it. I was going to let
Oh,
you
Lord.
fit it to me.
Now I'm beginning to remember
But
this a
Donald
little
had to
bit,
be out of town.
and I'm afraid.
Because he could go fox hunting, and it was fun.
Donald, don't leave town. We just don't want this to happen. Stay right here, Donald. Don't leave town,
Who do
Donald.
I need to call?
I don't know what he had pneumonia, sinus
Bless his
infection,
heart.
bronchitis.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
no, I'm so sorry.
Donald.
Lord.
Oh, he's better. He's
Is
better.
he? Okay.
Well, what do we have to Well, she,
It's like I just stepped on the
Hold on.
cat's tail.
if he's better now, what did he have
He must,
before?
he must have had lead ascolitis when
Well,
started
I'll tell
out.
you what, that was a bad
I
start.
don't know.
He got too much joy juice.
It's been wonderful because they put him on. They were going to put him in the hospital with his oxygen level was like, in the 80s, how they do. Well, I'd been after him a while ago because I knew he was getting something and he was sinus, blah, blah. And so the only thing I pointed out, sadly, I said, remember the race car driver that passed away? What started happening?
Kyle
just
Bruce,
like
that's
you?
right. Pneumonia.
Well, as soon as I told him that, he was at the doctor the next morning.
Yes.
I said, go ahead and die. I said, just go ahead and die.
It's called reality set in on him, didn't it?
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, you don't ever know. He said, I don't have that. I said, I've watched it, I've seen it, I've heard you. You know how you can.
Yep.
Anyways, but he's bad about that prednisone, but I'm telling you what.
That's some good
that
stuff.
prednisone,
Yes.
Oh, Lord Jesus. And now he's got the energy and he's been cleaning and doing, and telling me just to sit back and let him take care of it. I thought, Lord, and he's got all this stuff
Are you
going
sure
on.
that was prednisone they gave him?
It might have been the joy juice.
Well, So he told me to sit here in the chair and shut up.
What color was that? What color was that pill?
I think it was a little white one.
Okay.
Okay.
He took like 3 for a few days. It was not normal like you
So
do when you get the
steroids.
prednisone.
Right.
But I was really glad that they gave it to him. Mopping the floor.
Oh man.
Hey, if he comes by here, I can give him some.
This
I got some
story
of those
just
pills. He
keeps
can come
getting-
over here and just clean up for me.
Yeah, look, made homemade potato salad.
Oh,
I mean,
gosh.
he was, yeah. But that was like the second, third, fourth day.
I've got several packs of those left. I just didn't take them. But tell him to come on over if he wants to do some work.
Yeah, look.
Well, work for
coming out of
drugs.
his system now because he's just as ill as a snake. And I said, he said, I took my last prednisone. I said, no kidding. I said, I'm catching it. I said, I just woke up a minute ago. Do you have to talk to me?
Oh, it's going to be fun around that household, isn't it?
Tell him to
yeah.
go to the dog pen. He'll be all right.
He's out feeding dogs and watering them right now.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing.
He's going to the
Have a
dogs.
great day.
Going to the dogs.
You too.
You too, sweetheart. And I love
All right, y'all
you.
too.
All right. Bye.
Love y'all too.
Yeah.
Bye.
I was trying to say her story about Donald having pneumounia and bronchitis.
He's better now.
It reminded me of the story when Bill called and his cat screeched. And we were like, what was that? Oh, the cat. Is he okay? And you know, he stepped on his toes. And we were like, oh, what just happened? We just
It sounded
busted out.
like, I mean, somebody should have been calling 911 on that one. It was,
It was, and Bill just kept on like it was no
I
big
know,
deal.
but
Like
yeah.
Joy, yeah, he had pneumonia and bronchitis, but he's better now. And we're like, what? What, Joy?
he's got pneumonia, bronchitis, and leaditis, and whatever, but he's better now.
Well, he's better now.
If he's better now and he's still got that, what was he like before?
Really?
You know, 1 foot in and
Well,
1
he's
foot dragging.
better. Wow. But it made me think of Bill the cat. Bill and the
Yeah.
cat.
There's
I'm
only
like,
one joy. Only one joy.
I don't know we could handle another
Oh,
one.
well, let's go back to dumb crooks in Onslow County. You want to talk about
Yeah,
dumb crooks in
well,
Onslow County?
we only
Here
got
we've
another
got a
hour.
new one. It's a Midway Park man, and he's facing several charges.
Is there something in
From
the water out there? Oh,
being found with a
Big.
stolen dirt bike and a stolen handgun.
okay. So he was walking down the highway or riding down the highway?
Nah, he was, according to the charging documents, 34-year-old Rakeem Morrissey is charged with felony possession of a stolen firearm, felony possession of a stolen motor vehicle, and possession of a firearm by a felon.
Let me tell you where your strikes
Stolen
begin.
firearm.
How was he dressed?
Well, it says he's also charged with possession of marijuana, paraphernalia, resisting a public
Or
officer,
are you just getting better and better? So how was he dressed?
wearing a mask
Is
on
that all?
public highways, driving while license revoked,
Goodness gracious.
operating an unregistered vehicle,
What is his total bond?
and reckless driving. Oh, like the stolen handgun was a Bursa Thunder 380. The handgun was
That's
valued
the
at
best thing he could-
$300.
Best thing he could steal was a 380.
The green dirt bike was stolen.
Uh-huh.
That he was,
And the
wearing
best thing he
a
could steal
public.
in a motor vehicle was a dirt bike.
Look, they were investigating a report of a person wearing a mask on a public roadway by an
Dummy.
abandoned house. So all these have a way of adding up
Yeah.
to an arrest, and it doesn't say how much.
Did he spit on the sidewalk too?
It just said he received a secured bond.
Uh-huh.
He's currently in the jail.
They're still adding it up, in other words.
Yeah.
And he
So-
ain't going to get out without coming up with the cash. That's what it means.
Lately,
There's
these
nothing else he can put up is going to be, anything else he puts up is probably stolen. So that would be dumb on his part.
He was
Dumb.
also driving while his license was revoked. Not his bike, not his pants, not his gun. And they said he operated the dirt bike in a reckless manner that endangered people and property.
Felonious stupidity.
The stories that we have been talking about the last couple of weeks, it started with not using a turn signal.
And
he has
it
gone
all
from there.
usually starts with something silly.
Yeah, well, he was
Not that
driving
they're
reckless
silly, but you know,
and wearing a mask. So there you go. That caused people to be concerned. And now he's in jail.
Onslow County is safer.
Onslow County is safer. And during the month of July, you know how we have Christmas in July?
Yeah, I wonder
A lot
who
of
was going to
places.
celebrate. That would have been a problem.
I think Hallmark runs Christmas movies during July.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh,
Yeah,
don't you?
I
A lot of
blocked
people
that
like
channel.
them. No, it's relaxing
It's
for
the
people.
same thing every
It's
movie.
not shootings, knifings, guns,
Well,
wrecks,
yeah, I understand that.
explosions.
It's,
Takes all the fun
It's
out
an
of it.
alternative away from the harsh realities of what
I mean,
we
they
live
even
in.
made a Hallmark
Yeah.
Western Christmas movie, and that was
What?
still the same stupid movie. They had
Excuse me?
one horse in the whole movie.
And it wasn't feeling
Yeah.
well.
Was the horse wearing a flower
Yeah, it
necklace?
had bronchitis and everything else Donald had.
Anyway,
So,
I wanted to bring something up. Onslow Community Outreach
Yeah, that's
is
good.
launching
Good.
a month-long toy drive.
Oh, okay.
Toy drive to
That we can get
support
into. I like this.
Onslow Christmas Cheer, aiming to make Christmas morning special for our local children. Donation locations, they can be dropped off at Moore Buick GMC, Century 21 Coastal Advantage, North Carolina Farm Bureau Swansboro Onslow, the Guild Mortgage, and other local businesses like Crunch Fitness and Planet Fitness. Just bring a new unwrapped toy
New unwrapped.
and put it in the box. This is a great start for Christmas.
Do you suppose that if
Go
Timmy
start.
brought his little rocking jackass
We
that
do
he had
not
as a-
need Timmy
as a-
bringing
as a
any of his
kid
toys.
and cleaned it up and everything, and it was just a little. You remember how the rocking horses kids had? He had a rocking jackass.
Have you ever seen a grandparent war with rocking horses?
oh, Lord.
I have to tell you about that.
What?
Well, when my grandchildren were little,
Grandparents?
the other grandparents had got them,
The other
my granddaughter,
Mhm.
a little rocking horse.
Yeah.
Well, I had to outdo them.
Of
Oh.
course.
So I got the bigger one that you could actually sit on.
And-
And you jump on it and it moves and it whines.
It what?
It whines. It makes noise.
That is a San Francisco rocking horse.
Anyway, so this grandmother had to outdo the other grandparents.
Oh.
And it became a big joke in the family about the pony war. But my pony was better. My pony was
Of
better.
course it was.
It was
Yes.
bigger
Uh-huh.
and it moved. It didn't roll, it rocked. You just jump up and down on it and it rocked. I mean, it moved and then it whines. Yeah, my pony was cool.
What kind of wine did it do? Oh.
Look, I'm not a pony whiner.
Apparently.
a pony whiner.
I mean, the ultimate one was when you had the horse sitting on the stand, had 4 springs on it, and you could
Oh,
go
yes.
any way you wanted.
Yes.
Did it throw you off?
No,
Ooh.
I didn't get one of them. We had a real one outside. I don't.
Here's another story
We had a
just came
mule.
out, Rayford. This is in Clemens, North Carolina. You know, we talked about young women, women out running, jogging by themselves. Here's one in Clemens, North Carolina. A female jogger was attacked by an unknown man at Tanglewood Park in Clemens, North Carolina. This just came out.
What time of day?
She fought off the attacker and was hospitalized with non-threatening injuries, some requiring stitches. Let me see. What time of the day does it state? What time? It happened about 1 p.m. this past Tuesday.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Broad daylight.
Broad daylight. The attacker is
what town?
white.
Creedmoor or something?
Clemens, North Carolina. Tanglewood Park in Clemens, North Carolina. The attacker is white, bald male with green beard, wearing a red shirt and shorts. You got any tattoos?
Red shirt and shorts.
Multiple tattoos,
Bald
including
head.
a cross and ear piercings without earrings.
Well, he should be easily identified whenever
right.
they find him.
Pick up
Good
Radio
God.
Free Europe with all that metal in it.
Jesus.
Well, they had another incident the same day in High Point, North Carolina, but the authorities confirmed that those two were unrelated. But I'm telling you, out there jogging by yourself, you have to be careful.
I'm a person, I don't like pepper spray.
Wow.
I don't want it because,
Carry some,
when they
yes.
offered it to me, required me to carry it, and I said, I don't carry pepper spray because you want me to get sprayed with it first.
Mhm.
And I said, I don't need it. Why? I said, I got a stick and a gun. It's
Oh.
as simple as that. Now,
Clemens said, I'm
but
sorry.
for you guys,
Mhm.
for other folks out there, I strongly recommend, ladies, get yourself a small can of it. You can get it that'll fit in between in your shirt area. They got little holsters. They got all sorts of stuff, and just don't set it off
Well,
before
yeah.
you pull it out and aim it.
You can get jogging pants with pockets. They have pockets on the side, Mike.
Okay,
yeah.
whatever. Get yourself a little can of that stuff if you're going to be out there by yourself jogging or walking or anything else, because it will work. Now, it does not last forever. Every year or two after you tote it around, and especially when it's in the hot and the heat and everything else, just go outside and test it on the neighbors. And if it's still good, you can continue using it. If not, go ahead and get yourself some new one. What did I just say?
You should run in pairs. You should, you need to get a running buddy.
You need to get
And
a
run
running
with the
buddy.
running
If you're going
buddy.
to get a running buddy, get one about 6'4", 240 pounds, and he's a linebacker.
It's just, you hear so much of this. It's like that young college student that was attacked by an illegal immigrant and killed. She was out
This week
jogging.
is ending. We got it coming up. The weekend is beginning, and we all know the reason this is such a special weekend. We're talking about it. It's happening on a weekend, too. It makes it double
it better,
reasons
yeah.
to celebrate. The weather is here. It's beautiful. It's the second huge Independence Day I've had the privilege of being a part of. The first one, 50 years ago. Seems a lot like it was just yesterday, because I remember the planning for it, all the hoopla and everything else. County commissions, and I was in two different places at the time. County commissions were planning for it. They were getting ready for it. They were doing this. They were doing that. It was a big deal. The 200th, I'll admit, should have been a biggie. A big mall opened in Wilmington, North Carolina in 1976, that year of the bicentennial. It was named Independence Mall. Everyone who's been here for a while knows about it. Do you know the mall's telephone number?
No.
They did it right. In preparation for opening during the bicentennial, aiming to place Independence Mall, they locked in the telephone number, their request from Southern Bell at the time, or Bell South, 910-392. That was one of Wilmington's prefixes at the time, 1776. Never forget it. Won't ever forget the telephone number when you look at it like that. Maybe it's me. Maybe there are others around here that remember the bicentennial, but I don't feel the same excitement that accompanied the bicentennial that I'm hearing that we're experiencing now. Yes, it's a great thing. Maybe it's just because I'm 50 years older. That could be. So what are your thoughts out there? 910-333-0139. Do you remember celebrating and hearing about it? And everywhere you went, it was the talk of the town. It was constant, right? The
Right.
bicentennial. What? Now we're in the 250th. How are y'all celebrating, or are you? Some folks work. The hospitals are open. Firefighters are standing by in fear the next time the phone rings. Same thing with police officers, deputy sheriffs, and state troopers. Tragedies don't take holidays, not even the 4th of July. Sometimes on the 4th of July, they get even worse because everybody seems to be off. Around coastal areas, we've talked about it. Boating, fishing, and burning your buns in the sun are big deals. Time with friends and relatives are important. There's no doubt that our men and women deployed around the world wish they could be at home to celebrate with their loved ones. How about the non-vital jobs? Not knowing any other way to put it, but supermarket employees, are they having to work today?
Of
Some of them,
course. Got to
perhaps.
sell those hot dogs.
The post office folks, they're not working.
Not
I
tomorrow.
doubt there are any military recruiters on duty. At least I hope not. Who's working today that surprises you?
Banks are probably open.
Who?
The banks may be open.
The banks may be
And
open.
if
Do you
they're-
think they are?
If they're not federal, if they're
Yeah.
federal banks, will be closed.
The banks are open, you think? It's a
May.
Friday.
Yeah.
Might
We'll
be
see.
tough for them to be closed on a Friday. A lot of people still get paper checks.
They either get, well, it's just like the county. I think they're off today and Monday, aren't they?
Mhm. And
Yeah, I know the
Saturday.
landfill's off Monday.
Mhm.
So,
Landfill's open today.
are they?
Yep, I
Okay.
saw that
Well,
yesterday.
they're off Monday.
Lee discussed some cute releases from the Oslo Sheriff's Office a couple of days ago. And we've talked about them this morning a little bit. Things that occur when you need not call 911. Interesting way to get their message across. I liked
Yes,
it. It was
yes.
good, very good. And we know the guy that wrote it.
Trevor, he's a
Trevor, he
genius.
has got he's got a way about him to. You got to get people's attention sometimes, and sometimes you can do it in a funny way. Sometimes you can do it in just a straight up way. Sometimes you do
Trevor's
it
genius.
in a tragic way.
Mm-hmm.
We know most fireworks we hear go boom and watch lighting up our sky at nighttime are
Yes.
illegal. There are not enough lawmen, we've discussed that, to respond to the neighbors getting
Mhm.
upset about it. So just try to stay hidden, stay away, lock your doors, close your windows, and don't let your doggies and your kids and if you have veterans, if you've had folks who've been deployed, take care of them. Try to find something else for them to do. Headphones for your TVs or just a music device if they want to sit over in there and sit there and just entertain themselves some other way other than listening to the illegal explosions, especially. The words from that are really important this holiday, especially this holiday when it's hot and summer and fireworks. Hold my beer and watch this is a
Yeah.
dumb way to get a ride to the emergency department. But there's a good chance that that's where you'll end up. Law enforcement will have their hands full. Be diligent in making emergency calls. For those of you who do decide to get obnoxious and start setting off hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of illegal pyrotechnics, after a while, there will likely be a cop showing up because of all the nuisance complaints. It gets to be a nuisance at some point in time. They just want you to stop. But a little bit of attitude can cause even the nicest of police officers with badges to decide to see what is going on with you while you're being such a jerk. Let's just hope you aren't supplying alcohol to underage people. Let's hope you don't have illegal substances, including the fireworks, in plain sight. Let's hope you haven't been shooting your gun in an area where that's illegal. You understand me? You catching what I'm saying, y'all?
Mm-hmm.
The ride downtown, always wanted to say that, is a long one. The way to the magistrate's office involves take a number and have a seat. And it gets worse from there. You won't likely enjoy breakfast after being kept awake by a bunch of drunks all night, hoping a bondsman would hurry up. Hey, bondsman, take things off too, you know that? Just behave. Have fun, but behave. You don't have to be rowdy and stupid to have fun. You can rest assured. We've all heard about them. Y'all have been through them once or twice in your lives. If you've been out at nighttime on any holiday or any weekend, there's going to be a road checking station or 17.
Yeah, that's
Wherever
right.
you go.
Lose it, lose it.
Lose it and lose it.
That's why I stay my butt home.
stay home, enjoy yourself, do whatever you want to do.
Lose it. They're going
I'll
to
be
be out
outside
tonight.
with the horses because I know the neighborhood. I have some
Yeah.
fireworks, and I'll
Yeah.
just be outside and I'll watch the fireworks.
You're going to be singing to them.
They'll be out
if
there.
you got a
and they're
boat-
usually fine.
If you got a boat on the water, stay sober. Okay. If you're driving that boat, stay sober. If you're in the boat, stay mostly sober. Stupid stuff happens.
Mhm.
People get hurt. And there are going to be people hurt
Absolutely.
between now and Sunday. There are going to be people hurt this county. I hope that's all they are, is hurt. The highways and the waterways are going to be crowded through the long weekend. Not sure how to say it in a way that will make an impression, except don't get stupid.
Well, for anyone that is bored
Yeah.
this weekend and don't plan to do anything or go anywhere, be sure to watch YouTube tonight because I'm sure there's going to be half a dozen channels on YouTube
Yeah.
that are going to be showing you the outside of Madison Square Gardens or something going on
What?
with the Taylor Swift marriage to Travis Kelce.
Is it off yet?
It's tonight.
It's already been canceled. You know that, right?
Yeah, I just
she's on an airplane. She's headed for Paris.
Let me tell you, we're up to 111 comments. I put a poll on the other day about what is your interest in the marriage between those two on a scale of 1 to 10. And the comments have been hilarious. I've enjoyed every one of them.
She's filthy rich, but to
yeah.
me, she's just not pretty.
Like negative to the 0 and,
Yeah.
and one put minus 100 and there was a lot of zeros and there was a lot of who and it was just
Who cares?
I mean, good for Taylor Swift, good for Travis Kelce.
What
But
happened to the days they had private ceremonies
well,
for the
yeah, I mean,
famous,
people.
the rich and infamous?
Yes.
What happened to the days that they wanted to have a private ceremony?
This has been such a. I mean, every time I turn on the news, we're doing the Taylor Swift trivia the next hour. Like, no, we're not. Turn to something else. I have had favorite artists, favorite musicians, favorite dancers, whatever, but I've never found myself having to stalk them and watch everything they do and follow them like some people idolize some of the stars
first
today.
of all, with
I've-
most of these
I've never been
so-called stars today, if all you do is follow their weddings, you may just have to keep a perpetual wedding outfit in your closet so you can attend, because they get married time and again and again and again and again and again from now until they die.
I will tell you that,
Trying to outdo Elizabeth Taylor and Mickey Rooney. I
Well, there's a lot of weddings with
That was
her.
strange
Yeah.
occurrence.
Well, that's like, now I love to watch a royal family member get married because of all the pomp and circumstance and all the pageantry involved in that.
What a waste that is.
Well, it's just like every little girl dreams of
Shall
being
we-
a princess.
Shall we talk about Lady Di for a minute?
But
What a waste.
I'm telling you, the pageantry is what I watch for.
Yeah.
That's
The
That-
uniforms, the dresses.
what you ladies like.
That's
The men
right.
just wait for the honeymoon. I mean, that's all they care about. They gonna show
That's
up.
the truth.
Yeah.
But I just like that. But I mean, do I follow them any other time? No. And I understand a lot of the young girls. They love Taylor. She's a good role model. She's a good example. Seems to be a fairly squared away young lady, But I'm there's going to be many.
What does she do that makes her famous?
She sings. She performs. She's a performer, and
Is she any better than Frank Sinatra?
I'd rather watch Cher.
Cher's old.
I know,
She still wears those.
Yeah, she
Good for
can.
her.
Yeah, she's got plenty of money. She can fix it.
That's
That's what Dolly Parton said. Hey, I'll run to the doctor in a minute and fix it.
Yeah. I share. Who else is there? Oh, Madonna.
Madonna.
She
Shows
still
all
comes
those
out.
young-
She still comes out dressed in very
Little girl.
little, and she's in her 70s now, I think.
Madonna.
How old is Madonna?
I don't know.
But more power to her.
Just-
Are you saying 70 is old?
No, I'm just saying for coming out wearing lingerie on stage that's barely there. She's 67. Let's see, how old is Cher?
Cher's in her 80s.
Like a 20-year-old boyfriend. She's 80 years of age. And I saw her performing. It was a
How old is
clip.
Biden?
It was a clip.
Ice
How old is
cream.
Trump?
And she was wearing the very little. She was wearing the garter belt and all that, And I'm like, well, go for it.
Is it any less than what they wear at the beach?
Let's talk about beach etiquette. Let's talk
What's wrong
about
with what they
that.
wear at the beach?
Oh, Lord.
Let's talk about beach etiquette. Okay, number one.
Hey, let's hear this one. I can't wait.
First of all, cover up some of that stuff.
Yeah.
Whether a man or a
I
woman,
think if you got it,
I don't care. But,
Don't matter how much.
there's lots of kids out
Evidently,
there.
there's some of them.
Yeah.
There's a lot of kids out there that don't need to be seen, a lot of what you're showing.
There is education.
It's not education, it's nasty.
No, that's
Some
fine.
of them are nasty.
You got to put an S on the front of that. Say nasty.
and then you have there's just so many things. You go out to the beach. First of all, don't crowd up on somebody. Pick your own spot. Let's not crowd up on somebody.
Yeah.
When you get up and you go shake your towel out, let's just not pick it up and shake it like that, because everybody around you is going to be wearing your sand.
Go downwind.
I like it when
That's right.
when they wear a two-piece, and the bottom is not what you call a bikini, but when they get up and everything falls where it's going to fall,
Right.
it turns into a thong. Now that's really just makes
Well,
my day.
Here's another
I
thing.
love it.
Don't leave your trash on the beach.
Yeah,
Take your trash with you.
Including your husband.
yeah.
It could be wife. And let me see, what are some of the other things? People still out on the beach, parked right, excuse me, next to somebody else smoking.
Oh, yeah.
Now you're getting smoke in other people's faces. That's another thing. All right, what's some other
Are you even
etiquette?
allowed to smoke on the beach now?
I don't know. I don't
Can
know.
you?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm sure.
Some places you can't.
I don't know. I've never seen. It's been a while since I've been to the beach anyway.
Yeah.
All right. What's some other etiquette? What's some other things
Yeah.
you have? Do you
I
have?
think it can be just do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Personally, just go out there, free for all. If you want to do it,
Yeah, nude beach, all that
Well, there's
stuff.
Just
no
run
there's
up
no
and down.
nude beaches in Topsail now.
there are.
Not at Topsail.
Not legal, but there are.
Well, yeah. Well, they're not. Yeah. Well, they could be nude anywhere, but
Yeah,
it's
they
not
are.
legal at Topsail or Emerald. So,
How about topless? There's
or
a
on the
difference.
beach. For women, that's nude.
Yeah, you can cure that with 2 Band-Aids and contacts.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Well, you're not topless.
Y'all out there listening? Do you have any beach etiquette
Now,
rules?
but how about material for the bathing suits?
See
How
through?
thin, can it be?
Yeah.
Can it be transparent?
Do they have a meter like they do on on tinted
I'm not
windows?
dear Abby, but I will tell you.
No, I'm serious. Exactly how thick does the material have to be a certain thickness or opaqueness?
There is no meter out there to tell you. I would just say be respectful of other people.
No,
If you feel like you need to go out there and show everything, well, do your thing. But there's kids out there.
How about body paint? It's not transparent. It's very
That
thin.
is not clothing.
It doesn't say clothing. It says be covered up.
Well, I would think that anybody out there wearing nothing but body paint.
Well, it's just
that's
like-
like wearing a sunburn.
When I lived in Jacksonville,
Wear some
Florida,
clothes.
they had you could dance topless and bottomless, so they
Right.
made a rule. You could dance topless, you could dance bottomless, but you couldn't do both. So the girls got smart, and they made them some tops out of saran wrap,
Right.
plastic wrap. Hey, it's covered, and they got away with it.
All right, here's another one. Avoid walking through someone else's area without their permission. Be mindful of umbrellas, tents, and beach chairs that may block views or pathways.
Wow.
So when you're up there setting up your little space, be mindful of that. Oh, here's a big one. I'm surprised you didn't think of this. Do not feed the seagulls.
Especially Alka-Seltzer.
You can feed the seagulls all you want if you're trying to clear an area so you can have room on the beach because the people will then get up and leave.
And fill any holes that you dig.
Yeah.
Always fill the holes.
I'm going to give you the big one that I've mentioned before. Do not dig a hole and build a fire in it to cook your stupid hot dogs.
Right.
And then cover up those charcoals or the wood embers or whatever. Kids, friend of mine's 7-year-old daughter at the time, walked across that, and those coals don't stay covered up. The wind blows the sand around. And she walked over and spent quite a period of time at the ER.
I had a niece that happened to in the backyard, her backyard.
That was just mean.
Yeah, my niece had to go to the burn suit. Well, she was in the hospital. I'm not sure if there was a burn suit or not, but she had to have several
Now
skin
let's
grafts.
talk about some fishing pier etiquette.
Oh, I got one more for you on the beach. One more. Okay. Some behaviors that frequently irritate other beachgoers include playing loud music, irritating, feeding birds, leaving litter, setting up large tents that block views, excessive public displays of affection, Timmy, and reckless use of drones or sun oil.
While we're there for just a second on excessive displays of affection.
I knew both of you would have to say something. Go ahead.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Just saw it last night. What do you think about a couple with just they're a couple, just a kiss in public, just not a prolonged.
Just a
little smooch.
I like a
You know what had
smooch.
happened in Indonesia this week?
What? Who got beheaded?
After 4 months in jail, awaiting their trial and sentencing, they were found guilty, and they were sentenced originally to 24 whacks with a cane each, the male and the female, and it was reduced to 21 whacks with a cane pole. They beat you.
Did they kiss and make up afterwards?
I hope not. It's been a long time before they'll ever kiss again.
I mean, I can, a smooch or, pat on the behind or something like that, but excessive
Just make
displays
sure
of affection.
Make sure it's somebody you know before you do the
Sand up everywhere.
Well, when they quit letting us ride horses on the beach, I just quit.
You were saying
fishing piers. Folks out there, a lot of people love to fish on fishing piers. There is some etiquette out there. And one of them is don't set up 14 poles in your fishing position. Number 2 is don't throw that line down the pier or up the pier line and start winding it in and pulling in everybody else. Don't cross other people's line. If you don't know how to cast, you don't know how to fish, just stay home.
If you don't know how to cast, that's important, Rayford.
Just stay home.
I know you used to, Scott's bonding only allowed 2 poles per person.
That was what it was.
Yep.
You could buy extra tickets if you wanted to, but there was still 2 poles per
2
person.
poles per person.
I like this.
And we didn't go out to the end where they were king fishing.
No, you don't
leave them alone.
Yeah. Those guys are
We'd
big.
walk out down there and say, "Hey, how you doing?" But we would not get near.
Yeah, and the other thing is when you catch trash fish, don't leave them up there on the pier.
There you go.
Throw the stuff back in. If it's you call them trash fish, pinfish or fish. They're human too. Pinfish, little blues, whatever. Throw them back over. Skates, a common thing. People like to go. Let's kill that skate up. Why? What's it done to you?
Yeah, I used to catch pinfish and use it for bait.
That's one of the things a lot of folks will do too, and
Blues too.
And a lot of guys on those king fishermen at the end of the pier, they will be walking up and down the pier and say, "You're going to keep that. You're going to do something with that bluefish because they look for you for their little blues. Little fresh blue is good for king fishing."
Yeah.
Okay.
They says you should follow that leave no trace rule. You leave no trace that you were even there. Trash, fish
The only
guts,
thing you should leave
anything.
at the beach are your footprints
That's right. That's
in
right.
the sand.
Right. Yeah.
I used to love to ride on the beach, and we could. Used to where Paradise Pier was to the inlet, you could ride, and in the wintertime.
After Labor Day or something.
A week after Labor Day, and you had to quit 2 weeks before Memorial Day. And then South Topsail still does it.
Do they?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't think it. I think Emerald Isle still does it a little bit, but I don't even go. My favorite place was Onslow Beach over on Camp Lejeune. That was
good look on that one.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be crowded this weekend at the beach and on the piers. So just be respectful of others.
I look back and I think about what can we tell people that's going to make them do things that are safer, so they'll be safer. Here are some issues out there. I've been to a lot of holiday things because I had to work a lot of holidays, of course. I've seen bodies in wrecked cars and outside cars, boats overturned, boats that have hit structures in the water. Thing is, none of what happened to those people was necessarily their fault.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? It matters not. They're still hurt, mangled, or dead. In the case of a young woman here in Onslow County less than 7 years ago, I talked to her dad the other day. Remember him?
Mm-hmm. I remember you saying something a while back.
Long story, but she was likely lured to accompany two men for a ride.
Mm-hmm.
Not her style, according to her dad. Within a short time, she had been thrown from their truck that the Highway Patrol reported was running 93 miles an hour when it crashed. She was found, her body was found in a ditch near the wreckage. The driver of that truck is wrapping up his 4-year prison sentence. He's got about 6 months to go. His current photo in prison has him smiling as though he is as innocent as the pure driven snow. Whatever you do, engage your brain, ignite your common sense, know who you're with, and only be with folks you trust with your life. Your future on this earth could depend on it. Don't go for rides. There was, in all likelihood, some other substances that were given this young woman. And unfortunately, trying to prove it after the fact, nobody's talking. And it makes me, and this is one that's going to be, it wasn't mine. It's just, he talked to me about it. And I could just picture some of those I've been to in the past. It was likely closer to vehicular homicide or second-degree murder than it was what he got charged with and convicted of, made a plea deal for.
So sad.
But the evidence,
So sad.
so sad. It's so sad. Just don't do that to your parents. Don't do that to your loved ones. Just, God.
Well, here's something you can do this weekend. It won't cost you any money. Onslow County
Yeah.
Museum, it is now free. Free admittance.
Good. Can I have one?
Free admission. You don't have to pay. You don't have to pay anymore to go in there. But it's
Forever?
free now. It's free for all until they change it.
For the weekend?
For now, every day. Every day. Every day is free admission.
Really?
I think it used to be $4 or $5 or something. I don't remember.
know.
I remember I paid before.
Well, we need
But
to go.
it was part of the Onslow County new budget for
I
26-27.
wonder if they would open that facility up for us one morning, like at 4:30, so we could go in there and set up and do our whole thing from there in the morning. I bet you we could get a turnout there in Richlands.
Okay. The Onslow County Museum is located at 301 South Wilmington Street in Richlands,
Mhm.
right on the main drag. It's open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturdays, 10 to 4. And it's now free to go in there. I've been in there. It's very educational. You'll learn a lot
I
about
was
Onslow
in there
County.
when Mr. Potts
Yeah.
was there. Albert Potts.
And his wife was in the room next to me, and we both had babies on the same day. Yep. That's how I
I got
got
a
to know the
question for you.
Potts. That's how I got to know the Potts.
Same daddy.
No Rayford.
They would have been twins,
Oh
wouldn't
my God.
they? What?
Oh my God.
Oh, y'all. Bermuda High.
Bermuda.
That's called, not shorts. Bermuda High Pressure
I need some Bermudas.
is here. and it's looking good out there.
Looking good.
And
Just-
it's going to be here through early next week
Yes.
for you guys with boats and you guys who like to fish. And if you got both, you're in heaven. You'll have light winds and great boating conditions. Just don't get reckless, all right? Don't catch more than you're supposed to catch. Don't catch what you're not supposed to catch. Mermaids, throw them back. Today, out to 60 nautical miles, northerly winds around 5 knots, which is nothing in the ocean, becoming easterly this afternoon, seas 3 to 4 feet. Tomorrow, southwesterly winds 5 to 10 knots, seas less 2 to 3 feet. Sunday, southwesterly winds 5 to 10. When the fishing is from the west, the fishing is best. When the winds are from the west, the fishing is best. 5 to 10 knots out of the southwest, increasing to 10 to 15 in the afternoon, 2 to 3 footers. Monday, looking at the extended weekend, southwesterly winds 10 to 15, seas around 3 feet, a chance of showers and thunderstorms on Monday, and maybe increasing odds during the week.
Increasing odds, more towards Tuesday, Wednesday, going into Thursday morning
Good.
early, chance of showers. And just got a message from a county commissioner that said that they would be happy to facilitate our live show at the museum.
That would be an interesting one.
That would be interesting.
We ought to go out there early one morning.
Yes.
We'll go the night before and maybe we'll walk around and get
No, because what happens when the lights go out?
Oh,
Do all those displays come alive? And
yeah.
no, first time something moved, I'd be screaming like a little girl. Today, sunny with a high near 96. Heat index values as high as 104. Tonight, clear with a low around 72. Both of you stop. Tomorrow, in this day, 4th of July. Happy 4th of July. Sunny with a sunny and hot with a high near 99, which put heat index values as high as 106. Sunday, sunny with a high near 96.
78 here at the studio, 93%
Yeah.
humidity, and barometric pressure up just slightly from the last hour, 30.02 inches of mercury. And we still got no wind, and no wind.
Right.
No clouds either. Nothing.
Nothing. No
It's
wind, no
pretty
clouds.
and pretty hot.
Hot.
It'll be pretty apt to stay that way for a few days too, right? Let's see.
I got to go trim my lame donkey this morning after we leave here. So
You
it's
got
going
to
to be
go
hot
trim your
If
donkey.
he's lame, then why are you going to trim him?
to keep him so he won't be lame anymore.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
He's a little bit limping.
That's a lame
The,
excuse, but
the lady bought the miniature donkey and it got laminitis. And,
hello, God.
And
What was that?
It's God
it was,
calling.
it's got laminitis, and I have to go out there and trim it a little bit more
That
often.
sounds like
than-
something that Donald might have had.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, here we go.
I can hear her now. She's laughing, right?
Yeah. The lady called me yesterday. No, don't get limit. I'll be there tomorrow morning about 10 o'clock.
It never lasts. Bill calling. We're like, what happened?
What's going on with
It's so
the
funny. Okay.
with the Supreme Court?
Supreme.
They look like they're turning on the president
Well,
in some cases.
no. What's the latest? The latest, what was the latest? It was over, what was that? Just had a Supreme Court decision. Tom, you're listening. Tell me.
It's dealing with the with immigration and
A birthright.
yeah.
Birthright citizenship.
Here, we had an amendment that came about after the
Right.
Civil War. All right.
Right.
Let me try to explain the intent. Intent matters in court law, court cases, and the law itself. What your intentions are, what you intended it to be, it all
Right.
matters. What the intent was, as I understand it, as I studied it, was that it matters not how you got into this country when you came in as a slave
Right.
prior to the Civil War times. You were brought here. You were forced to come here. And therefore, even those of you who came after birth, okay, and especially those of you who came, whether you were here of your own free will or not, your children, because they were born here, became citizens with all of the rights that anyone else in this country
Wow.
who was born here
14th Amendment.
had, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it was intended to be.
Sorry about that.
Ding dong. Come in. But Trump and a lot of other folks, and I will say that I had problems with that amendment being applied to every tourist who decides to drop a baby here, and that baby with a birth certificate from Jacksonville, North Carolina, is a citizen of the United States of America and goes back home with the family and has dual citizenship and can
Right.
do whatever he or she wants for the rest of their lives with dual citizenship, and was here for a few hours, long enough to be born. There have been increasing numbers of these cases where they're individuals,
Wait. Steve, go ahead.
where these individuals have they've found, they've learned, came here, they planned the whole deal. Increasing numbers of that. How do you get around it? I don't know.
Well,
There is an amendment. I mean, we
it's the
have a
14th Amendment
constitutional amendment.
citizenship clause.
Birthright,
Right.
birthright, you're born here. I don't know. The Supreme Court ruled according to the law. People are screaming about it. I don't know what else you would do if you were a justice other than uphold the law. That's what
Well,
the justices are supposed to do, proffer opinions. I mean, they look at it only according to the law.
well, the
You just-
Supreme Court upheld the 14th Amendment
what I'm saying.
citizenship clause, ruling that children born in the U.S. to parents who are unlawfully or temporarily present are citizens at birth. That's the way it's always been.
Yeah.
And
Right.
that is an issue.
I understand what Trump's saying.
It's an issue with him. It's an issue with me, as it should be with everybody. Because
14th
there-
Amendment.
once you've got something like that, you've got an opportunity to walk through and say, let's see what we can do to take over, or whatever you do. Because some of these people, they plan on generations in the future, not just today. Is this Steve? Is that right?
Yes,
Hey,
it's
Steve, what's
Hey,
up?
Steve.
Happy.
Hey, good morning, guys. How y'all doing this morning?
I'm
Good.
fine. Happy
Hi.
Independence Day almost.
Yeah. Good morning, Tim.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing well.
Hope your garden's doing all right with all this non-water we're getting.
He's got artificial rain.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I got the artificial rain there. But I've got all other issues. I got downy mildew on my cucumbers. I've got, insects that are trying to invade and trying to balance that out. And all the fun things that bring, that comes to a garden every summer.
All right. What are you putting on you for the insects?
Right now I'm cultivating dragonflies, and they seem to be doing okay at consuming the insects.
Yep.
So we'll see how far in the summer that goes.
Yeah, well, I'm working on that plan too, because you gave me an idea, and I got some string.
I got it.
Yep.
Last year I had like hundreds of the cucumber beetles that came in and infested me, and this year I've found 2 so far, which is a drastic decrease, from last year.
Okay.
And I don't know how long they made it, because like I said, in dragonflies, I'm up to about 10 now, and they're constantly on the move in that garden, man. They all day long.
I described to my wife what you relayed to her, what you relayed to me about this dragonfly flying at about 30 miles an hour. Hit that little critter, 4-4s, and killed him. Killed it dead.
They don't even slow down. The dragonfly don't even look like it offers the flight path.
How can we train and put armor on these critters?
Right. But
but they're quite an interesting species. The more I've researched it, the more fascinating they become.
We need to protect them, is all I can say.
Yeah. Hey, I was listening to you talking about the recent Supreme Court decision over Trump's executive order, and I think people are missing the forest for the tree. It's not about Trump. It's not about this exact order. What's on the table is, should a president be able to circumvent the Constitution with an executive order? I think we can all agree that's not how you're supposed to do it, regardless of how justified you feel you are. It shouldn't be where one man can circumvent the Constitution.
Thank you.
In my opinion, I think everybody would agree with that.
Not everybody's going to agree with that, but I certainly am not everybody, of course.
Everybody should agree with that. If they don't, I would be interested to hear what their reasoning for allowing one person to do that.
I'd be happy to listen to them, but the law is there. I mean, we've got it, just like we've got the Second Amendment, we've got the First Amendment, there can be some interpretations in some cases of what this means or what that means. Without going back and seriously considering the intention, and I don't know how you do that. That thing was written in, what was it, 1868? I can't remember exactly. I wasn't quite old enough at the time. But 1868 is a long time ago. I got 150 plus years that I'd have to go back and take a look at that. And I don't know what their intention was. I would suspect what it was, but I don't know.
Right. And I mean, the same thing could be said about the Constitution. It was written 250 years ago, but it's still the Constitution.
That's what I'm
saying.
saying.
The law of the land.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
And no one person should be able to change that.
Correct.
What's setting up here is a scenario where if this was allowed, then a Democratic president could come along and decide to write an executive order that circumvents the Second Amendment or the First Amendment.
That's what so many of us fear, that anybody, whoever the next administrator is, will do something like that with their or whatever.
Right. It should have never been done. He should have never even wrote the order.
No.
If we want to put something and come up with a plan of action, because I've got a problem with folks who are here on a temporary basis, whether they're here on vacation by accident or they're here intentionally with a motive of dropping a child here so they can have dual citizenship. And there will be people who will take advantage of every opportunity, as we know. They'll circumvent whatever the situation is just so they can do it. If it can be done, they want to do it. We know that. We've all been part of watching that happen. But then if that's the case, then there are going to be those, come into this country any way you can. Your child can be, once it's born here, can be an American.
Right. And I get that people take advantage of that.
Yes.
But you don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Just because people take advantage of something doesn't mean that we should end it.
You don't, but we need to take a look at it and see how we need to proceed.
It's definitely something that we should have a conversation about.
Yep.
But not something that a president should be able to write it.
No, not the president.
That's why I say everybody's missing the forest for the tree. The real issue here is the president trying to write an executive order that circumvents the Constitution.
Yeah.
That's something that came about is irrelevant.
Well,
once you start talking about what it's about, that's when people's biases start clicking in.
The bias,
the real issue
the bias is the problem.
Right. But like I say, the core issue is that it shouldn't be allowed. What it's about is irrelevant.
Yeah.
And they knew that when they did it. They shouldn't have even wasted America's time on something like that. What else could the Supreme Court have said that would have been in line with the law other than you can't do that? The only thing they could have done would have been to go against the law that's written as well.
Yeah.
anyway, that's where I kind of see that is that people get stuck in the mud on some of these things over the issue that the particular issue, and that's not what's the real issue.
I understand not his reason for doing it. I understand the reason that we in this country should have a very serious discussion on making sure this is not another method that some group of people or groups of individuals have in mind as a way to take over this country. That is a legitimate concern.
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
Might not be for you, but
this is my opinion. Is I feel like that's a little conspiratorial.
Well, no, it's realistic.
There's some group out there that's got this big conspiracy of how to take over the country by illegal immigrants.
I never mentioned group. I said groups. There's
right.
more than one group out there that they do have this desire.
It's much more likely that somebody would take over this country with big money influencing our elections.
Which they do by having.
I know they do. That's why I say it's a much more likely scenario.
Let me finish that though. They do it with an idea to have as many people signing on to their thinking. And how you do that besides, in a better way and a faster way than making them citizens within 18 years who can vote your way.
Yeah. And I understand your thought process there, but then you've also got the situation that this has been the law of the land since before any of us were born.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the fundamental principles of America that if you're born here, you're a citizen.
Mm-hmm.
And to just abandon that so recklessly, I don't agree with that.
Yep.
I don't agree with abandoning any of our, country's principles recklessly.
Yep. Neither do I.
Said lightly, but like I say, there's things we need to address, but you don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. And that's kind of Trump's go-to is that he don't solve problems, he just eliminates the whole situation, which causes a bigger problem.
Yeah. Yeah, every action causes a reaction.
I do want to say that while the U.S. Constitution has been amended only 27 times since 1789, every president since the office's creation in 1789 has at some point proposed or supported an amendment, either directly or indirectly, to change the document. So it's nothing new. Nothing new.
Something neatly is that they proposed to change it, meaning they proposed to Congress for Congress to change it. They don't write an executive order trying to do it all by themselves.
Well, it's like Ronald Reagan, George Bush, Bill Clinton, George Bush Jr., Barack Obama, Donald Trump. Each has supported or opposed amendments or on issues like term limits, voting rights, and executive power. So,
there's a difference between supporting an amendment for
proposing one.
For proposing an amendment. That's something that they're suggesting to Congress for Congress to do. This is a situation.
Well, if you delve into it further, you will find that each president has either directly or indirectly tried to change the document, the Constitution. It's not just Trump. And I know Trump right now is in the limelight because he's president, but it's not like he's not been the only one to try.
But there's a big difference. He did not go to Congress. He did not offer to support an amendment. He tried to circumvent Congress.
Well, I don't know that these former presidents
override the Constitution.
didn't do the same thing. I would have to go to each one individually.
That's your opinion. My opinion is that those are two very different things. Is when you ask Congress to pass a law, or when you try to force Congress to accept to do your bid. That's quite different.
Did any of these other presidents?
It went to the Supreme Court. There's never been, the Supreme Court never had to hear a case over another president that.
Do we know that for a fact that every single president in the past that has proposed directly or indirectly
they've had executive orders that the Supreme Court has, said was unconstitutional and they had to rescind them. I will agree with that, but nothing so blatant as to say that you're not a citizen if you're born here.
Right,
that's clear and. You can try and interpret it, but they made it very clear. If you're born here, you're a citizen. Now, if we change that, that's one thing, but, That's the job that Congress has to do.
Read Clarence Thomas's dissent. Key arguments in Justice Thomas's dissent. Original intent. Thomas argued that the 14th Amendment was a specific remedy for the Dred Scott decision and was intended only for formerly enslaved people who had no other homeland. I'll put all this on the website and y'all can click on it.
My immediate rebuttal to somebody saying it was only meant for slaves after the Civil War would be, what about all the immigrants that came here after World War II? Did it not apply to their children as well? You know, it's something that has been applied throughout American history. So, you know, the Vietnamese came here after Vietnam War. The Koreans who came here after Korean War.
I think one of the biggest concerns and the reason this is such a hot topic, period, is because of the number of illegal immigrants who have shown up on the shores. Many of them who are going to be deported or have been deported, who became pregnant while they were here or gave birth while they were here. Those are the ones that really brought this thing to a head. Now, I understand that there are others who come here and they move here and they may be refugees, they may become legal immigrants, and yes, their children are going to become birthright citizens when they're born here. That's kind of goes without saying because that's what the amendment says. The reason that the 14th Amendment came about was specifically for the slaves who came here not of their own free will, but their children were born here. That's why it came into being. It was probably poorly written and poorly thought out at the time and not planned for the future, to be honest with you.
But it also applied, it didn't just apply to slaves, it applied to Europeans that were coming here as well.
It applies to everything, but the reason specifically it was for slaves. Mm-hmm. That's the reason it came about.
Okay. That might have been the initiating factor, but they wrote it to apply to everyone on the planet.
It was written and it ended up applying to everyone on the planet. But the original intent was, if you go back and study that one, you'll see an intent, while it matters, sometimes it catches you off guard if you don't specify, if you don't have limits, if you don't have a start and an end or whatever, which unfortunately so many times in our laws and everything else that we do not have a beginning and an end.
I tell you what always strikes me as funny, Rafer.
What's that?
Is that every time somebody tries to interpret what they meant when they wrote this stuff, to me it's like people think that they wrote the Constitution like they were writing a grocery list, like they didn't put any thought into the words they used or the language they used. That they didn't try to write it with, this is clearly what we mean. And then people twist themselves into a pretzel trying to think it means something different. Mm-hmm. Those people put a lot of thought into the words they used in those amendments and that Constitution.
It's a lot of interpretation.
It wasn't just willy-nilly.
And the Constitution, absolutely. They had a long period of time to discuss it, go over it and over it and over it and over it. Unfortunately, too often, some of the amendments were written willy-nilly. Other than the first 10, a lot of the others were, kind of, let's throw those things in here because it sounds like there's something we need to do. What ifs, though? What ifs? They did not consider them like a lot of folks did, like we, our founding fathers, considered the entirety of the Constitution because they fought about that one a lot.
And they may have, but those amendments were ratified and they went through many states and a lot of people looked at them. And a lot of people had say-so over it, had their input, in there. And so sometimes I feel like we're just going, out on a limb trying to redefine what they meant when they didn't write it down, like I say, with haste or without forethought.
Yeah. Yeah, the original Constitution, I agree totally with that, and the amendments, most of them, I think, if not, well, you could say all of them, but I would say most of them because I don't all of everything I get concerned about. But sometimes it makes you wonder, and when you read the history, And the reason, and it came out right after the Civil War, let's make sure we correct this issue right now, so that these kids who are born of slaves who came to this country, not of their own free will, who were forced into slavery and brought into this country, that their kids have protection of being American citizens. Now, yes, did it end up covering a lot else? Yep, because they didn't put any limitations on it.
But I mean, I could be mistaken, but during that time, we were still exploring the West. We were still inviting foreigners to come here to settle in the West. So, like I say, and this is my opinion, I don't really think it was solely because of the slaves. I think it was multiple issues that they were addressing.
Okay.
You know, there was a lot of people coming here still at that time, and we were inviting people back then to come and settle here.
All right.
And so, I mean, that was enticing to everyone in the world to come here. That was what they were trying to accomplish back then.
All right, Steve.
And immigration was a lot easier back then. You just came and picked a spot.
Well, close. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, guys. I appreciate all your time this morning. Y'all have a happy
Take it easy, bud.
Hey, I'm sorry. One thing I wanted to throw out there. Y'all were talking about fireworks the other day, and I wanted to throw this out there. Do you know what particular fireworks sends the most people to the emergency room every year?
Used to be M80.
To the
It's
ER.
number one every year for decades. Sparklers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
number one
Who's
fireworks
burning
sends
them?
people to the emergency
Catching
room
them.
because people hold them in their hands and
Uh-huh.
they burn it over 800 degrees Fahrenheit.
Right.
So I wanted to throw that out there. Be careful with them sparklers, and they usually give them to little kids.
Yeah.
To do that.
And they drop them on the ground, too, and they're still hot.
And they'll burn if it's dry grass or anything like that. It'll catch a fire,
they
you
will.
know, all that good stuff too.
All right, you take care.
But anyway, I wanted to throw that out there. Y'all have
All
a
right,
blessed
thank you.
weekend.
All right,
You
take it
too.
easy.
Bye. And we have, hello, good morning.
Good morning. How's it going?
Doing fine. How are you?
I am great. My name is Antonio calling in from Houston. I just have a question. I wanted to see what your guys' opinion is.
Okay, we generally have an opinion. Sometimes it's not good, but we have one.
Sure. Great. So my question is this. So we often talk about immigration from like Central America and and we don't really talk about why those people are leaving. The U.S. spent decades supporting coups, dictatorships, interventions in those countries like Guatemala and Nicaragua during the Cold War. And those actions basically destabilized that region, right? So shouldn't we acknowledge that the U.S. foreign policy is kind of responsible for the migration that we're getting right now? There's basically dumpster fires in our backyard and that we started that we aren't really helping put out. Something maybe we should spend some effort in helping those countries rebuild so that people don't feel forced to come here because their country is,
How much foreign aid have we provided these countries?
almost none compared to Israel. And Israel's way across the world, and these guys are in our backyard.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it's a bigger problem for us domestically.
Well, let me take a look at that for next week and find out how much. I'll check the foreign aid that we're providing, and we provided a lot of aid to a lot of other countries in south of the border. Now, one of the bad things that we've gotten from those countries, their export, was narcotics, and that's been going on for several decades now.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And it's just a byproduct of destabilization that happened years ago. People are going to sell and sling meth on the streets if they don't have any good way to make a living. And we started that.
So we're supposed to take care of the rest of the world. Is that correct?
No, we're not. But we should take care of the problems that we start.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks for calling from Houston. Thank you, sir. Have a good one.
That's great conversation for next week.
Yep. I'm going to have to go back and pull a foreign aid to
Yes.
Nicaragua, Venezuela, Cuba. Well, we don't do Cuba.
I just
Puerto Rico.
came across
Puerto
this.
Rico's ours, but
Puerto Rico shot themselves in the foot. They
Time
shot their own foot.
time it again.
Yeah, they did. I mean, a lot of Puerto Ricans moved into this country when they shut the base down. And that was the
Interesting.
government's fault. That was the Puerto Rican government's fault.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Real quick here. I went to factually.org it's a good site for getting facts. Several U.S. presidents have faced accusations of violating the Constitution, with commentators and critics drawing parallels between modern allegations and historical episodes involving figures like John Adams, Abraham Lincoln, Barack Obama. Outcomes have ranged from judicial rebukes and political backlash to contested expansions of executive authority that reshape practice rather than being fully adjudicated. Recent commentary about Donald Trump situates current concerns in a long-running debate over emergency powers, surveillance, and use of force. So, and the next president we have, it's just.
We've had presidents who have sent troops into our Marines, our military, our foreign, our federal officers, contractors. They send them into all sorts of places to try to deal with, down in South America, for instance, South and Central America. We've done a lot down there to try to curtail the drug trade. That drug trade, that didn't start because of us and doing anything down there. It started because they had a bunch of greedy people that could grow bad stuff, and it was a mob. The countries themselves didn't take control of that. The law enforcement was crooked.
Capitalism.
Their drug enforcement did not. Our people could not do everything. We ended up having to try to do things the hard way, and it got to be kind of on the really, really, really bad side of what we did and what we had to do. Did we win? No. Are we still fighting it? Yeah. It's a perpetual war. Now, until the citizens of a country, until they unite and do what the people of this location did, the 13 colonies, and we declare our independence from whoever, until they decide we are going to unite. Because I will tell you what, there is not a country in South America that the citizens do not outnumber the military.
Yep.
The problem is, even us trying to give aid, in which we have given aid, the government takes it.
Yeah.
And the government uses it for its own benefits. We've tried to arm the citizens. They sold the guns. Who do we give them to? How do we arm them? We don't even know who they are. It's just been so obnoxious in that whole region. We can't go in and take over. I don't want us to go in and take over. It's a land lost as far as I'm concerned. It's unfortunate, but it is a land lost. That does not mean that we should join them in being a land lost, but we could be if we keep helping the rest of the world. And if we keep allowing them into this country, we are going to be a land lost. I'm too old to worry about it.
Well, you know what time it is?
Time to say goodbye.
It's time to say goodbye and good night, Gracie.
Good night, Gracie.
Enjoyed it.
Good night, George.
Yes,
good
thank
night,
you for
Gracie.
coming
Good night,
in.
Shockwave.
Thank you for breakfast.
You're welcome.
I'll
And,
be eating it shortly.
Everyone
Clear my
stay
sinuses.
safe this weekend.
Yes, we don't want to read about you. We'd like you to call us on Monday and tell
Do
us
not
what you
drink
did
and drive.
that you can talk about. Then don't call us from the hospital. If you do,
Rick was
you
going to
so.
say, I told you so.
I'm going to say that. I'm telling
Told you
right
so.
now. I'm telling you, I told you so.
Be careful
Every
in
one
the
of you out
ocean.
there, I told you so.
Be careful in the ocean this weekend. Be careful with the fireworks. Be careful with your gas. Just be careful.
Yep.
Be safe.
Yes, and
Be respectful.
if you had the grandmothers that I had, don't do anything that you wouldn't do in front of them.
Nah.
Well, they got a switch somewhere.
Sweet. No,
And they'll make you go get it.
Yes, sir.
And if it's not the right size, they'll make you go get a bigger one.
Yeah. Be nice. Be nice.
So
Everybody be nice.
everybody just think yourself that my grandmama is watching you
Yep.
and she gonna get you.
That's right.
All right,
Anyway, happy for us.
have a great weekend.
Y'all enjoy it.
Well, thank you.
Enjoy
Celebrate-
your birthday. tomorrow.
Celebrate responsibly. Enjoy. Stay home.
Yeah.
Lock yourself away.
Yep.
Timmy's coming.
Yeah.
And put a blindfold on.
Yep.
Please put a
That's it.
blindfold on. It's like
And if Timmy texts you pictures, forward them to me. I want to see them.
Oh
Yeah.
God, like Ray Stevens.
We do it live, should.
Like Ray Stevens sang.
Okay.
Watch out, Ethel! Oh, too
Yep.
late. Ethel's been incensed.
Yep.
I'm tired. I need a nap.
We're live and local, real talk. We'll see you on Monday. Have a great weekend.
Bye.
And please,
Take it
please,
easy.
please, 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 please be safe. Bye.
Bye.